If it was the other way around, it would be Nihon. Is it Honni? Moto Nichi? Hon... Machigatsu? Hon... Kanji wa daikirai. On Sunday the 8th, I decided to take a trip around the bay over to Kobe, and it was snowing like hell. Here's a different view outside of the apartment complex, just as proof, and, for camera visibility's sake. My cute outfit had to be hidden behind layers. As I walked through the flurry of snow that, thankfully, none of which stuck to the pavement, I was thinking to myself, hold on, am I going to get horrifically lost again? I hope not, because the route I need has no transfers, it's just one way straight down. So after purchasing a 600 yen ticket, I made my way to the gate. Truth be told, I don't have a whole lot of narration upcoming, so do you just want some nice POV footage of traveling by train? If so, here you go. I hope you don't mind.
The next stop is Takeshima. Station number HS49.
The first thing I filmed were these snowy flowers outside of the station. It took me a moment to realize, oh yeah, we need an establishing shot. Here, let's take a look at the pier viewing the ocean outside Osaka Bay on the Kobe side. This particular inlet had a lot of these luxury boats, yacht-looking things, oil rigs, a luxury hotel or 2 or 10, and a big old Ferris wheel, and also a whole bunch of other stuff. What is that other thing? I don't know. And as much as this view captivated me, there was one location that was calling me. The Kobe Aquarium. This room being the first one to step into was definitely an experience that I'm probably going to remember forever. The general concept and layout of this whole shebang was rather similar, not identical to Osaka Aquarium. Still, the general same idea. Illuminated fish tanks and massive schools of fish just like this. Again, different layout, same concept. You're not going to hear me complain about aquariums anytime soon. Though I was very pleasantly surprised by the non-aquarium animal exhibit. I was mesmerized for maybe 5 minutes too long watching the employee very slowly feed this very, very, very slow giant tortoise, whatever breed he may be. Poor tortoise was stuck in this forever loop of carrot on a stick, or in this case, a hand. This battle was everlasting. And if you don't mind some awkward camera work as I try to show off the gallery of fish behind the tortoise while trying to avoid recording people's faces, that's something I'm trying to be better about. Not everyone wants to be on camera, and that's perfectly fine. Anyway, back to this tortoise. Don't worry, there were more. I wanted so badly to pet the tortoises, but I just knew, judging by the massive signs all over the place, maybe I shouldn't pet them. In this same room, there was also a lizard exhibit featuring this silly little guy. I have no idea what this little lizard is trying to accomplish, but I hope he's living his best life in this crib. Maybe crib's not the right word, I apologize, I'm not a lizard expert, but I like the way he swims in the water. You go, little man. Or woman? Creature? I don't know. But they're clearly doing their very best at whatever this is. Now, much like Osaka Aquarium, this one also has a planetary asterisk around that exhibit, so of course I had to go see it. I love outer space. If only it didn't require so much math to get up there. And the theming for this room was, okay, maybe a little bit inaccurate, but come on, look at those lights! There were these little window aquariums embedded in the walls that had 1 or 2 specific breeds of fish. Exhibit A. And stepping away from it, we go to the quote-unquote planetary exhibits, where there are these orb-shaped aquarium with all kinds of creatures in them. This, in and of itself, was mesmerizing enough, until deeper in, I found what I call the orb room. What is the orb room? I don't think this needs narration, I think we all just need to watch silently. liked the Orb Room, this right here made the entire trip worth it, and I'm tempted to return. I beg you all, if you ever find yourself in Japan, specifically around Kobe, or even just Osaka, or any of the neighboring cities, heck, even in Hokkaido, go to this aquarium, it's specifically this exhibit. I beg you, please. Now, there is a holographic fish in a room that I considered my 12-year-old self healed after seeing the aquarium/library merge. I didn't think to film it, though. Here are some pictures. And following a quick glance at some very unenthused capybaras, the lure of material items was calling loud this day, and on this fateful day, I found my calling. Do you realize just how excited I was to find this? Heck, after I finished recording, I got some judgmental eyes from people who saw me. Following this, I wandered around Kobe for a few hours, trying to find more souvenirs on my list of gifts for people, but couldn't really find anything. And then I realized, oh right, I have my own list of restaurants to attend to. And there was one that Japan Eat visited that I was kind of scared to go to, but I decided, heck, why not? So going through a back alley, behind a massage parlor, my knees shaking and my grip on my bag of souvenirs and sweet potatoes trembling slightly, I found Shizu. And how did my meal at Shizu go? Guys, I'm not going to Shizu. I'm not going to fucking Shizu today. Not at all. No, fuck that. I ate black curry at Yoshinoya instead. Here's what happened when I entered Shizu that night. I saw through the frosted glass doors there was a vague silhouette of a person. And when I entered, he just stared at me for 5 very long seconds, and then I just ran the hell out. So I did a little walking in the snow and singing to calm myself down. There came upon a midnight with that glorious song of old. The angels battling near the earth as in the years of old. Shizu, done by technicality. Hey, let's commit some more culinary atrocities today. Don't mind the sink, just mind the pan. Here, there you go, now you can't see it. In my effort to slowly work through the groceries that I have, including the too much butter, I just came to the realization, and that is, hold on, I have sugar, and I have butter. Aren't I halfway to making a caramel sauce? But then, feeling impulsive, I bought some canned peaches for like 108 yen, a little under $1. And then I had the realization, hold on, isn't that submerged in sugar water? Like, that's what simple syrup is literally just sugar and water. Thank you. So now we're going to make a slightly peach-flavored caramel sauce. What could possibly go wrong? To quote the famous words of Bubsy the Bobcat. Okay, now that I'm destroying my pan, let's unveil my sweet potato naked mole rat baby from under its 18 layers of plastic. This cost 1,800 yen. Okay, he kind of deflated in the microwave a bit. I'm sure it's fine. Let's just eat his ass right now. Yeah, it's just sweet potato. That's a good sweet potato, though. I grew up really not liking sweet potato. And I still kind of don't. Maybe this is just like a slightly different genus or breed of sweet potato. That, or this also has added sugar in it. Alright. Here's my first ever attempt at homemade caramel sauce. I'm making pancakes to go with it. But let's see how this tastes on its own. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Not that bad. It's pretty decent. Like, I can definitely taste the caramel tones, but the first flavor I'm getting is the peach flavor, and there's like a slight acidity to it as well. Honest to God, I think I might do this in the future. Like, I might make homemade caramel once I go home to Portland and use peach syrup. And let's see how it takes off.
I'm already so full from that sweet potato. But I can't go back now.
I threw up after this. That much sugar for breakfast clearly was not healthy. So until classes started that night, I spent a couple hours playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Hey, complete non sequitur incoming. Back in October, just a few months ago, I got a hysterectomy, right? It was an elective hysterectomy. Like, I chose to do it for the sake of transitioning. And that was the last surgery I did before I stopped HRT and considered my transition done. Why do I bring this up? Well, I paid the bill, and then I paid the anesthesiologist bill, and then I, like, just earlier today got a refund, which I didn't ask for. I turned off all my cards just to be safe. But, like, if it's legit, I have knick-knack money now. Quite a bit of it. But let's find out. I really don't want to, like, call them, because then what if it's a mistake and then I have to give the money back? I'm just gonna give it a couple weeks. I made it a couple days before I called them, and it turns out, yeah, it was a correction for an overpayment. Par refund of $1,000 in hand. I bought a few more groceries. Let's see if I can hold out and use it responsibly. To cap this video, here's everything I did on the 12th. Who's ready for another culinary diatribe? So I'd never heard of this before until I read, of all things, One Piece. The character Sanji, he mentions very briefly on how to properly cook this. And I'm thinking, oh, what's aligot? And I did some quick Googling. Turns out aligot is a potato, cheese, sometimes with garlic puree. And my American self was thinking, oh, that sounds like actual fentanyl to me. I want it so bad. The problem is, you can't really get it in America. It's really hard and expensive and complicated to cook, so I just had to live with myself and the fact that I was never going to have it until my trip to Japan, when I found a foreign import store. So you know this is going to be good when it's microwave aligot. Yummy! Okay, I looked up what you're traditionally, or at least culturally, supposed to eat aligot with, and it's usually pork or beef, and I don't eat those anymore. So we're just gonna pair it with some bread. By the way, in all the grocery stores I've been to, I've never found a whole, like, loaf of bread for sale. It's always halves of bread. Anyway, let's cook some aligot. All right, here we go. By the way, I don't have a toaster, so I just cooked this on the oven top. And I'm also absolutely devastated. This is raisin bread with, I think, what are those, almonds, walnuts? I don't want to throw it away. Am I? Oh, shit. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh my god. I fumbled an answer so hard the whole class laughed at me. I'm 25 years old. Why did it still make me tear up?